What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about the best structure for sponsored products on Amazon PPC and how you can take advantage of different campaign structures to meet your goals to grow sales and maximize profitability.
Before we begin, let's first discuss why campaign structure even matters. There's really three reasons. You have campaign controls, ad group controls, and data aggregation versus data segmentation. Within campaigns, you have different settings. And the two main settings that you get access to and control over on campaigns are the budget and placement settings. Within ad groups, you get controls over your products that you're going to be advertising, the keywords that they're going to be targeting, and then how much you're bidding on each individual keyword. And then data aggregation and data segmentation is all about just finding the sweet spot for how much your data is segmented versus aggregated. If you go with a more aggregated structure, you have more data confidence and you can be more confident in the decisions that you're making around the data versus more segmented data. You're going to get more relevant data, much more control, and more granularity out of your campaigns.
When it comes to picking the campaign structure that's best for you, you're going to have ultimately three choices to choose from: multi product ad groups, single product ad groups, and single product campaigns. As you can see, we're moving to a more granular approach as we work our way down on this spectrum from greater data aggregation to greater data segmentation. So, at the highest level, multi product ad groups, that means within a single campaign, you could have multiple ad groups, you might just have one, but the key part here is you are going to have a lot of products, or at least more than one product within that ad group. And what that means is that for all those individual keywords within that ad group, you are aggregating the data across multiple products to have greater data confidence on individual keywords, but you don't have the data segmentation in which you can't see the individual performance for those product to keyword pairs. You don't know which ASIN is getting sales from which keyword. So you're opting to aggregate that data to have less granularity but more data confidence. Then we can move down into single product ad groups. In this case, within a single campaign, you would have multiple ad groups, but you would put every product in its own individual ad group to ensure that all of that keyword data is specific to one product rather than being aggregated across multiple products. And finally, at our highest level of campaign segmentation, you would have single product campaigns. In this case, it is one campaign, one ad group, and only one product per ad group. So only one product in that entire campaign. This is going to ensure you have the most amount of control around the keywords and the bids for that specific product, as well as the budgets and how much you're bidding for specific placements, such as top of search, rest of search, and product pages.
So very quickly to illustrate those three different types of structures, first on the list, we have multi-product ad groups. You can see that we have one ad group in here with three different products in it, all targeting the same keywords like Steven talked about. Then we have our single product ad groups where we have one campaign. We have three different ad groups, each of them only having one product in them, and they're all targeting their own batch or group of keywords. And then finally, we have single product campaigns where we only have one ad group, one product, and that product is targeting and bidding on its own batch of keywords.
So, which campaign structure is best for you? Well, it really depends on what kind of an account you have and what kind of data and volume you're getting. So, for accounts that have massive catalogs but relatively low data for individual products, and all of your clicks are thinly spread across thousands of SKUs, you're probably going to want to opt for multi-product ad groups. So, I'm thinking Merch by Amazon accounts that can sometimes have tens of thousands of SKUs, but any individual product might only get a few clicks per month. In those cases, it can really help to roll up and aggregate those metrics and clicks around just a fewer number of targets. And so you may opt to roll up and have many products within a single ad group. The same can be said for auto parts, auto accessories, which can have just enormous catalogs. When it comes to single product ad groups, these are still going to be best for accounts that have pretty large catalogs. Maybe if you have around 500 or 1,000 SKUs, this would be a good strategy for you, where individual products have a decent amount of volume. You don't have any single item that's just, driving 80% of all your sales and getting tens of thousands of dollars of sales a month. but it's not so low where you're not just getting a couple of clicks per product per month. So you're kind of in that middle zone, and your products, the different variations for an ASIN should be still similar in price and similar in conversion rate and just be relatively similar. So if you've got apparel brands that just have a few different sizes or a few different color variations, or home decor, I've seen this a lot where people might have 10 different sizes or colors of bookshelves, but they're all the same price point. They're all pretty similar. In those cases, it could make sense to keep those that one parent ASIN all in the same campaign. But because those products get a decent amount of traffic individually, you would want to split those out into separate ad groups so that you can control the keywords and bids for those products individually. But at a campaign level, you can still roll up multiple products into that campaign. So you can take advantage of fewer campaigns to manage when it comes to controlling those budgets and the campaign settings. Then finally, for single product campaigns, this is actually the strategy that we recommend for most sellers. Probably 80 to 90% of people selling on Amazon are going to do best with single product campaigns. So in this case, you don't have a crazy amount of SKUs. Anything less than 500 SKUs, you're probably going to want to go with single product campaigns, especially if you do get a good amount of data confidence per product. So that means a good amount of traffic, a good amount of clicks. This is going to be the best scenario for most sellers. Another reason why we really like these single product campaigns is we'll usually include the ASIN in our campaign name so that from within the ad console, if you're ever trying to find a product extremely quickly, you can just type in that ASIN into the search bar and it will pull up all of the campaigns for that product.
So, after you've decided on what structure is going to be best for you, you're going to need to go and launch not just one, but multiple campaigns. Typically, we're looking at a base of 5 campaigns that are broken into 2 main buckets. We have research and performance. Inside our research bucket, we have our auto campaigns. We have manual keyword targeting campaign that's specifically going after broad and phrase match keywords, so looking at longer tail stuff. And then your manual product targeting campaign. So within that, you can go after category targets as well as utilizing expanded product targeting. Within performance, you have a manual keyword campaign, but that's specifically going after exact match campaigns. This is going to give you more control over the product to keyword pairings, and you're going to know exactly what product is showing up on what keyword for how much. And then you could also have a exact match manual product targeting campaign as well, going after specific ASINs.
Now, for some advanced users, you may opt to use single keyword campaigns, which is the most granular that you can get, where it's one campaign, one product, one keyword, and you are hyper focused on the performance for that keyword. We would only recommend this for advanced users and only for the top 3 to 5 keywords. That's the keywords that are driving the bulk of all of the traffic, all of the sales. While you may see some others advocating for a single keyword only strategy in which every single keyword that you're going after is in its own dedicated campaign, we would not recommend that, as that can create an unwieldy and difficult to manage process for having all of those campaigns broken out at that level of segmentation. And additionally, you're going to have very thinly spread data where 80% of those campaigns are only going to be getting a couple of clicks each month, which makes it nearly impossible to properly optimize those bids and budgets. So in a general sense, we would only recommend this for some folks who have some VIP keywords, those really high volume and competitive keywords. You may set those out into their own dedicated campaigns just to have that extra level of granularity and control.
All right. We hope you found this video helpful and you have a lot of action steps to go back to your account with. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below. We'll be happy to get back to you and let us know what topics we should cover next. We're looking for new stuff to talk about. So let us know. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.